Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope your Tuesday has been really good so far. We got a volleyball match for you here tonight between the Fargo Davies Eagles and the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs. The Mustangs hosted the Eagles this time around. The Eagles coming into this match of 13-10. The Mustangs coming into this match of 23-1. Joining me alongside is Dan Wolf. I'm Jackson Miller. And you know, Dan, it's always, whatever sport it is, it's always a good match when these two teams, when these two programs come together. You know, with Fargo Davies and Sheyenne, it's been one of the biggest rivalries ever since, you know, these schools were built and started playing against each other. And you know, these teams have alternated sweeps, and that's an interesting fact. The Mustangs swept the Eagles last year in the first match of the regular season, and Davies swept the Mustangs here inside this gym towards the end of the season last year, and then the Mustangs were able to get a sweep on the road earlier this year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if the Mustangs can get a sweep against the Eagles tonight. We'll find out, or if the Eagles can get a win and try to make a move in the standings. The Eagles stand in 5th place right now, 13-10 overall, so you know, they're kind of been an up-and-down season so far. And the Mustangs, finally they had that loss against Mark Sedgwick after 22 straight wins. So the Mustangs are 23-1, and they are still undefeated though in conference play, 16-0.
Well, Jackson, you're right. I think anytime that these two teams match up, doesn't matter if it's on a football field, a basketball court, a volleyball court, there's a lot of pride that comes along with being an athlete representing these schools. And you know that every athlete's going to be out here giving it their best shot. It does look like maybe a little bit of a down year in terms of Davies and what they've experienced with success over the years. Since they've become a school here in the EDC, it would look on paper at least like Sheyenne has an advantage tonight, having their only loss coming this past weekend in kind of the Davies tournament, the crossover, big tournament hosted by Fargo schools. But, we never know. That's why we play these games, and certainly, I don't know that it's always a terrible thing in terms of Sheyenne to have absorbed a loss. We know that Century is a really good program with a lot of pride and a lot of state championships under their belt. It was a close match between the two, so certainly nothing to hang your head about for Sheyenne. So sometimes a little adversity and helps you refocus things as you head into the rest of the season. For Davies, again, looking at the record maybe isn't impressive. They certainly are a lot younger than the Mustangs are in terms of senior representation and those sorts of things. But again, we know when these two groups get together, these two schools, every athlete's looking to make their mark and try and lead their team to victory.
Well, yeah, Essentia, I mean, like you said, Dan, they've been in the state championship every year since 2011, so nothing wrong with that. So they've taken first or second every year since 2011. That's really hard to do. We haven't seen a dynasty like that North Dakota volleyball, ever.
Yeah, exactly, ever. And it's really hard to get to that point in any sport. But you really got to respect what Century's been able to accomplish. And I think for Sheyenne, you want to measure yourself against the best. So it was great to play them and come out with a victory in that early East-West crossover to start the season and to play them again. And to know it was a tight match. And if we see those two programs meet up with each other down the road, assuming both teams make it to the state tournament, that should be a great one to see.
We're going to direct our attention down to PA for the national anthem. That will be performed by the band. And then the starting lineups. We'll meet them in just a moment. right, and we're moments away. The Eagles and Mustangs meeting up once again here inside the Sheyenne Gymnasium.
So Jackson, as we mentioned in the pregame, Davies being a much younger team than the Mustangs, not nearly as many seniors, and even just looking at their starting lineups, they're starting a freshman and a sophomore tonight, which gives you an indication that maybe Davies kind of in one of those transitional years, only 5 seniors on the roster, and then starting a couple young players like that, where we have a very senior-laden Mustang group, and we know that leadership has been really invaluable for them this year, and we're going to see if that continues tonight. Little change of roles on the angle playing the libero tonight. It's been Kelly Dodds for several of our broadcasts, so maybe just looking to get a little different look and some kind of dynamic for Coach Newton. The Eagles are going to start it off here.
And here we go. We're underway. Coulter is going to set to the outside to Terhardt. The Eagles return it. Albrecht to Coulter to Wasdorp. And almost got a kill there, but not quite. Eagles able to keep it off the ground. Albrecht gets the kill.
Nice job on defense there by the Eagles. Couple good digs out of that, but eventually that size, we refer to that frequently in these broadcasts. Jackson, that size, and Albrecht slamming one down. Wasdorp can be a little long on that serve, and that'll tie the first set here at 1-1.
Yeah, Davies seems pretty balanced across the board in terms of height. Not as big as the Mustangs across the board. Almost just a little smaller. The tallest player on the roster is Mia Miller at 6 foot. But it seems like they're around 5'9", 5'9", 5'6". They got a lot of players that are around 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". So pretty a couple 5'11" players and 5'10" players as well. So pretty balanced. And blocked up front.
Back row spike there, a little. Probably not the set that Davies was looking for there, a little too far away from the net. So the Mustangs out to a quick 3-1 lead to open the play tonight.
In the middle. Great kill there.
Well,
Lockway.
Yeah, there's Leah Lockway, 5'11", so one of those players that does match up height-wise with Sheyenne. She elevates there.
It was a great set, too, by Horner.
Almost dug out by the Mustangs. We're waiting for the whistle. Thought that the ball would touch the floor initially on that little drop shot, but Mustang able to keep it alive for just a second, but ultimately a violation, and then they'll bring it back to Eagles to serve.
Horner just hits it backwards there. Terhardt to Bogenreef. Great dig. Horner sets again to the outside. Blocked.
Kayla Saylor there. Almost maybe a little miss it. Didn't get it quite the way she wanted. The Mustangs are tall at the net. Take care of that. Brooke Johnson on to serve.
31 aces. Coming into this matchup tonight. That's hit short.
We've seen a lot of that from Davies here in the early going. A lot of little touch, little drop volleys in there, trying to find that soft spot. Maybe knowing the type of blockers that Cheyenne is going to be able to produce at the net, point in and point out that it might be easier that way as we see that one sail along.
Yeah, way too strong there.
Good serve by Johnson. Yeah. And that one high up into the rafters. And they were waiting for the Plinko bounce there, but couldn't quite figure it out. That was really started by the good serve by Brooke Johnson. Just it got in on that Davies defender so quickly, and she couldn't quite handle it. Again, one of those little
they're just
volleys.
Yep.
Chloe Brown.
Great dig there, and they get the kill.
Great save. That was Mackenzie Olson that laid out for that one, able to get it back across.
Olson definitely displayed some athleticism right there. Corner serving now for the Eagles. To Bogenreef. She's averaging 3.2 kills per set.
Yeah, I mean
that puts you around. The Mustangs usually play around 3 or 4 sets. They haven't been taken to 5 sets a whole lot this year, so you multiply 3 times, 3 or 4. She's getting around 9 to 12 kills
per match
on average, and sometimes even more.
Little collision at the net there. That point goes to the Mustangs. As player from each squad got tangled up in the net there, but
ooh, great elevation there on the outside. Holy. Wow, these Davies, man, I'm telling you, they got some outside hitters that can jump. I mean, they're like,
that first one was Haley Horner got up and Sheyenne was able to dig that one out, but eventually finished off cross court into the corner.
Tungstead just taps it over there in the middle. She will be in the starting lineup tonight, a middle hitter. Tungstead hasn't started a whole lot this year, but it's good to see her back in the starting lineup tonight. She did recover from a traumatic brain injury that occurred during the summer.
Takes a while to work yourself into that position.
She wasn't cleared to play until the middle part of the season, but it's great that she's back. She contributes a lot there in the middle. She's been playing on the varsity roster and getting a lot of minutes since her freshman year. Tungstead will get that one for the Mustangs.
It was a great set by Brooke Johnson there. And Tungstead finishes it off.
Yeah, it was great minutes there by Tungstead. Engel serving now.
Oh. Nicely done there as the freshman. Oh, I thought that was a clean kill there by Pasanante, but officials say otherwise.
A great job by Wasdorp.
Great touch. Even when teams expect that little drop shot, if it's done accurately or done correctly, you can catch them still off guard. And so Davies is going to take a timeout here, down 12-6 in the opening set. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
We're back after the timeout. Mustangs lead 12-6. There was a standing ovation for Kaylee Wasdorp, who over the weekend achieved 1,000 career digs. So a great milestone from Kaylee Wasdorp, the All-State outside hitter from last year. Will likely have a shot at being named All-State once again this year, and All-Conference as well.
Engel to serve for the Mustangs here as we resume action.
Engel comes in this matchup with 13 aces and 146 digs. Great kill by Brown on the outside.
Excellent set. Brown finishes it off. That left hand, that's her side of the net, and does an excellent job taking it right down the line.
13-6 now. Warner sets to the outside. That's hidden in the net.
That was Passanante, but again, just a little too far away from the net.
To the outside. Too strong. It leads up to 9. Mustangs pulling away.
They are, and we've seen that Davies has a lot of athletes, but maybe a little bit younger and less experienced as Engel finally serves that one out of bounds. But we've seen a lot of athleticism on the part of the Eagles tonight, but Sheyenne doesn't seem to be too fazed by that as they've rung up that quick 8-point lead in the opening set.
Johnson, Albrecht. Corner sets. Engel hits that one to her right. Leads down to 7. After a couple errors there by Engel. Serving error and then a set error there.
Wide there by Lawich on the serve. Coulter to serve for the Mustangs.
22 aces, 130 digs, 5.6 assists a game for Coulter.
Oh, Wasdorf.
Wasdorf showing the velocity that she can produce.
Good job by Horner to try and handle it, but wow, that was impressive from Wasdorf.
Wasdorf averages 2.7 kills per set. Oh, Engel was able to get contact on it, but my oh my.
Turnabout's fair play as the same thing was done to Engel that had been done to Horner just the point before. You got to be have your head on a swivel tonight, Jackson, if you're going to be out here with these ladies. So there's going to be a violation on the Mustangs.
Maybe a formation or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Looks like it.
It looks like a formation error or something like that. The ref explaining to head coach Leah Newton on what happened. $17-10.
Looks like everything's straightened out here. So Mackenzie Olson serves for the Eagles.
Coulter serves, or excuse me, sets to Kaylee Wasdorf, who gets the kill.
Eagles defender gets a hand on it at the net, but just too much velocity from that kill.
Wasdorf serving now. Blocked up front.
Albrecht.
Eagles keep it in the air. Engel. Bogenreef on the outside.
I'm going to say
it's going to be
into
in
the
net,
net, I think. Starting to give that one to Davies, 18-11 now. Kenzie Savageau in to serve for the Eagles.
Engel to Coulter to Terhark on the outside. Great hustle there. This one's going to go to Bogenreef. Blocked up front by Albrecht.
Shot. Albrecht by herself covers that one up. Attempted kill by Lockway, and Albrecht all over that one. Puts it right back down.
She's approaching 60 blocks on the year. Too strong. Leads back up to 9 again, 20-11.
Good
great dig.
out.
Oh, that was by Dodds.
Oh, and it's kept alive.
And
Oh.
the Eagles win the battle there.
Dodds dug that out, and then it was a battle along the net for a couple of hits. Ultimately, the Eagles take the point. Closed to within 8 at 20-12 in this opening set. Lockway on the serve.
Dodds approaching 150 digs. Another point to the Eagles.
Another point to the
Lockway serving. Coulter to Terhart.
Terhart. She wound up on that one, that's for sure.
Brooke Johnson and Chloe Brown coming back in. For Terhart and Coulter. Johnson serving. Once again, near the end of the set.
Good save by Horner there just to keep it alive, but Lowich, too much on that, is going to hit that one long, and now 22-13 as Cheyenne closes in on a opening set victory here. A little long on that one for Brooke Johnson.
Short serve, but it ends up in an ace.
The Ephus serve there by Horner and catches the Mustangs off guard.
Short serve,
They fly to the net, but no one's able to dig that one out.
Great hustle by Dodds. Just couldn't catch up to it. A little lob on that serve again from Horner. Hard hit there by Bogan Reef. Great dig. A lot of athleticism being displayed from both teams. Tung Seth
Great
gets
job.
the kill.
Good quick set. Tung Seth puts that one away.
Tung Seth, great job. Kill. Good.
So 23-15.
Bogan Reef serving now. To the outside.
Oh,
Blocked up front.
Great job, Tung Seth and Chloe Brown at the net. Set point for the Mustangs.
Bogan Reef to finish it off. And there it is. Mustangs take the first set, 25-15. And boy, a lot of athleticism was displayed in that first set, Dan.
It really was. I think Cheyenne really firing on all cylinders. Pretty mistake-free the entire opening set as they take down a 1-0 lead to start tonight's match. We'll be right back for set 2.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
So as Jackson finishes dancing to We Like to Party, I just thought I'd comment a little bit. The opening match, really, I think Sheyenne in control, really, for the entire opening set. Looked good, really strong. Having Tungseth back as a regular in the lineup, I think, is going to be really important and really a luxury for Coach Newton, because she, we know how admirably Maya Blado filled in and those sorts of things, but Tungseth, a great athlete, and great to see her back. So I think the experience that some other players got in her absence is going to pay off, but certainly having her back is going to be a difference maker here. So it looks like Brooke Johnson's going to open the set, serving for the Mustangs.
Serving to open the second set for the Mustangs is number 12, Brooke Johnson.
Here we go. Johnson gets the second set underway. The Eagles will try to look to bounce back and even things up at one apiece.
Chloe Johnson hits that one in, or Chloe Brown, sorry, hits that one into the net. And so the Eagles will begin serving up one. Mackenzie Olsen.
Well, Wasdorf hits that backwards angle, gets to it. And then Wasdorf's able to get it over the net. Great elevation, too strong though from Lockway.
So Jackson looking forward, there's about two to 3 weeks left in this regular season as this will wrap up in early November. Good dig there by Wasdorp and finish by Bogenreef. Big match coming up on Thursday night for the Mustangs. They're going to play number 2 in the EDC, Fargo South here, who is at 14-2. So that'll be a good one, and that's at Fargo South on Thursday. Yeah, for you Mustang fans, as Albrecht rejects one at the net.
At Fargo South.
Yeah, the Bruins, they gave the Mustangs were able to win in 4 sets when they met earlier this year back in September. But it was all 4 sets were really close, and the Bruins did give the Mustangs a run for their money. So it could have gone either way.
Good job by Engel keeping that alive, and Bogenreef returns it.
Oh, miss hit.
Good effort.
It was a miss hit, but it ended up in the Eagles' favor.
Bogenreef almost got to that, or did get to it, but Cheyenne unable to keep it alive. So we're kind of entering that part of the schedule, Jackson, where you start thinking about seedings and those sorts of things as you head towards EDC play and that sort of stuff. And certainly Cheyenne, as there's a little miscommunication there, as Albrecht and Johnson weren't sure who was responsible for that one. Obviously Cheyenne's going to be looking to try and take that top seed where you kind of control your own destiny, and you play most likely the 4 seed in a semifinal match. And then you have West Fargo, you have Shanley, Davies, South kind of all fighting for that shuffle position at this point.
It's pretty close.
It is.
It's also a close race. In the WDA, the Western Dakota Association, Bismarck Century obviously holds the top spot as they're undefeated in conference play. Jamestown is having a great year, 25-4 overall, 13-2 in conference play.
Great job by Wasdorp there. Sorry, Jackson.
Yeah, then
Great
Bismarck
job by
Legacy
Wadsworth
taking up the
there,
third spot, and then
Jackson.
Bismarck High in the number 4 spot. So all those teams are pretty close, and Jamestown Legacy and Bismarck High fighting, as you said, Dan, for that kind of shuffle position, and then it's Dickinson, St. Mary's in the middle spots in the conference. But yeah, the schedule for the Mustangs after tonight, they got 6 more games. It'll be the South on the road, as you said, Dan. Mustangs will play Moorhead here at home on Tuesday, October 18th, and then Valley City at home as well. And then in the next couple weeks, they'll have Devils Lake on the road, Wapaton at home, and then West Fargo High on the road to finish off the regular season. And after that, it's the EDC tournament and the state tournament, which will be held out at Bismarck. The conference tournament will be held at West Fargo High this year.
So the Eagles enjoying a 1-point lead as Chloe Brown hammers that one down. Excellent set there. Pretty easy for Brown as she elevates and finishes that and pulls the Mustangs even at 5-5 in this second set. You know, Jackson, you mentioned with Cheyenne having lost this past weekend in a tight match to Bismarck Century as they returned the favor as they came east and defeated the Mustangs, just like the Mustangs went west and defeated Century to open the season. And we talked about, I think that's good to challenge your team and to know that you're going to play in tight matches, that nothing's going to be given to you. We'll have to see how when the next Class A volleyball ranking comes out. Obviously, Century and Cheyenne going to have very comparable records. Century had occupied the number 2 position in the polls for most of the season, and Cheyenne number 1. We'll see how much the voters, how they take into that, that match over this past weekend into account.
Yeah, all the sets that they played, all 6 sets that they played against each other were really close. And the Bismarck crossover, when the Mustangs won, they won 25-18, 26-24, and then Century took the third set 15-11. And then in this Fargo invite from this past weekend, Bismarck Century was able to take the last 2 sets. The Mustangs took the first set 25-15, and then Bismarck Century won 25-22, and then 15-9. So really, all were within single digits there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of blowouts, or no blowouts at all between these 2 teams. And I think the most exciting matchup would be able to see Bismarck Century and the Mustangs play for a state championship.
And I think both teams doing a lot to kind of set that path up. We know at tournament time, lots of crazy things happen. And obviously the regular season not over yet for either team. But right now it looks like that might be a collision course as we see Tungseth and Terhark at the net to reject that one as the Mustangs now go up 9-6 in set 2.
It's been back and forth so far. Mustangs with the last couple of points, though, to stretch that lead to 3. And the Eagles keep it in the air. They keep it alive, and Lalik hits it over. Tungseth is blocked.
Great effort.
Coulter gets it over. Nice little rally here we got going.
Easily the longest rally of the night that we've seen as Horner sets that one up and just misjudged going for that.
That was Olsen.
Mackenzie Olsen going for that little touch drop shot and just doesn't put enough on it and hits it into the net. And Cheyenne goes up 10-6 as Bogenreef serves that one just long. Haven't seen the big jump serve yet tonight from Bogenreef.
Now serving is number 11.
Saylor now serving for the Eagles. Wasdorp to Coulter. Back to Wasdorp. Whoa, great hustle there by Olsen to keep it alive. Lalik sets it in the air.
I think Jackson, as we watch this match, and Tungseth hits that one into the net, Davies might be, of the teams we've seen here for home matches, as good as anyone at covering the court and digging the ball out on the powerful spikes from the Mustangs.
They displayed to keep it in play.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and that certainly should bode well for them for the future, being as young as they are, as Wasdorp's going to miss wide and long.
Yeah, Davies will have a large senior class next year as they got a bunch of juniors this year. Mustangs will have a decent sized senior class next year as well. So the past 2-3 years, the Mustangs have continued to have a lot of seniors that contribute.
Great
and
job
lead the
by
team.
Terhark to keep that one alive. That was set very close to the net. Quick set by Coulter and a little bit of a whip there by Tungseth. I think just misjudged. Thought it was more of a quick set, and she got it up there, and Tungseth mistimed her jump as it's now 10-10 in set number 2.
Coulter to Wasdorp. It's going to go to the Mustangs due to a violation from the Eagles.
Coulter and Albrecht, or I'm sorry, Engel and Albrecht back for the Mustangs. Engel serving.
Horner to Olsen. Deflected. Engel gets to it. Coulter. Back to Bogenreef. Horner. Olsen gets it over. Coulter to Engel to Terhark. Lawlick sets it up. Nice little rally again here. 11-10. Coulter,
Great job. The little touch set over the net. Catches. Davies unaware.
Coulter,
Davies has not been able to get to, but had 3 people around it. They are scrappy defensively.
Oh, great block. Albrecht and Terhark.
That was Saylor.
Oh,
She
great.
hit it
She
hard.
hit it hard and really had a good angle, but Mustangs were there for the block at the net.
Wasdorp gets the dig there. Terhark hits the
Hits
corner.
the line. Catches a piece of the line. Great job by Terhark to find the line.
Just painting the corners.
And again, just senior after senior after senior that performs well for the Mustangs. Great serve. Difficult to handle for Lawich. She does eventually.
Albrecht gets it over. Great dig by Horner. Bogenreef too strong.
That's not one that you see very often. Bogenreef's pretty good at that back row spike. She usually finds a lot of good depth on that, and
Gets
not
a lot
very,
of top spin
yeah,
on it.
not very often does she hit that long. But that one gets away from her as Lawich serves. Coulter, quick set, and Wasdorp just misses. That is. Great job there by Kenzie Savageau.
$15 to 13 now. Mackenzie Olsen serving. Brown blocked.
Rejected. Great job. There it was. Blockway and Savageau at the net. Block that one. And the Eagles riding a little mini momentum wave here. in set number 2 as they're down 1-0.
Johnson
Great.
to Wasdorp, and it's deflected up front, and Wasdorp gets the kill.
Not maybe the strongest of shots that we see from Wasdorp, as she can really unload, but unable to be handled by the Eagles at the net. And Wasdorp will now serve.
It's 16-14 now. Close second set we have here. The first set didn't even feel that, it didn't feel like a 10-point, win for the Mustangs. It felt closer because both teams are really playing well right now.
Good job by Bogenreef to just direct one to an open area there. And we haven't said her name a lot tonight, Jackson. Bogenreef not with a ton of kills. Not that she's not played well, but just we haven't seen her get the same number of opportunities that she has in some other matches, as the Eagles hang tight at 15-17, and Savageau serving for the Eagles.
Bogenreef's due for at least 12 to 15 kills on average per night. She hasn't had as much tonight, though, against the Eagles. Albrecht in the middle, and she gets the kill.
Albrecht in the middle, and she gets the kill.
Return for the Mustangs. Number 22, Callie Dodds, now serving.
18-15 now. Olsen to Horner, to Lockway.
Little touch, good job, dug out by Johnson.
Well, it looks like we were having some audio issues. So as we were saying, you guys may or may not have heard the boys tennis program took third at state as a team, and Ethan Ron took home the singles state championship and senior athlete of the year. And I was stating that I'm actually writing an article on Ethan Ron, so make sure you guys check out the MustangPost.news website. That's where our journalists here at Cheyenne are writing all of our articles, so that's another aspect that you guys can check out to get updates, whether it's sports or arts and entertainment or just general just articles in general that we put out. Mr. Lang did get the journalism program up and running again last year, so this is kind of our second full year back for to have a journalism program that's up and running.
So 22-17, the Mustangs lead here in set number 2. Coulter serving, 23-17, excuse me, so just a couple points away from a 2-0 lead on tonight's match. And that one just wide. Oh,
it did painted the line, it looked like, but
I think it was out, but I'm thinking they're saying a touch maybe at the net. Hard to say. Regardless, Horner to serve now, down 23-18 for the Eagles. They need to put a little run on here. They don't have much margin for error.
Eagles trying to see if they can make a late comeback here.
Great job at the net. Oh. Tara Herc mad at herself for going for that one.
That's wide. 24-19, set point here in set number 2. Eagles are now in a big hole here. Likely going to be down 2-0. And that's blocked up front by Terhart and Tungsteth. And the Mustangs take set number 2, 25-19. So that set was closer than the first set, as the first set was 25-15. But the Mustangs up 2-0 once again, something we're used to seeing pretty much all year.
Yeah, it really is. Something we just see those seniors come through for them repeatedly across the board. And it really doesn't matter what position. And they've had some tight sets, but even though Davies hung tight for a good chunk of that one, Cheyenne able to put that away. We're going to step away for just a couple of minutes here. We'll be back after the break for set number 3. Mustangs up 2-0 tonight.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
We're back, folks. Set number 3 about to get underway. Dan, I was looking at the schedule here, and this year the Mustangs have dominated so well that they actually have never been taken to 5 sets. They've either won a couple matches in 4 sets, or it's been a sweep.
And that's something, Jackson, we've talked a lot about with other sports as well. That it's great to know that feeling and to be a much better squad or perform better than other teams, but there's also something to be said for playing in tight matches. Because when it does come time to tournament time and maybe you're playing a foe like from the West that you might not be familiar with, or you're playing a really high-quality squad, and you get into those tight matches, you want to make sure that you're battle-tested and that you've not just been able to kind of cruise through everything. So that's why I said earlier, maybe not the worst thing in the world that they lost to to Century over the weekend, just to make you understand and appreciate the importance of execution and communication and teamwork in tight matches. As Davies opens up the serving here in set number 3.
Mustangs trying to get another sweep. That's going to paint the line and stay in. First point of the third set goes to the Eagles.
Great job by Saylor. Hey, Mustang fans, Bell Bank Mortgage is proud to support West Fargo Cheyenne sports. Whether you're in the classroom, at home, or both, we hope you're inspired this year to push yourself beyond what you even imagined and never stop learning. Go Mustangs! Bell Bank Mortgage, equal housing lender. Good dig by Wasdorp there, and just can't quite make it over the net. And so Eagles jump out to a quick 2-0 lead as Mackenzie Olson continues to serve here in set 3 in the early going. Mustangs up 2-0.
This one will go to Brown, and that is going to be another kill off of Lawlick's hands.
This one will go to Brown, and that.
Mustangs on the board now in the third set. Wasdorp serving. 299 digs and 36 aces coming into tonight's matchup. Those numbers have obviously changed.
Great job by Lockway, but just wide. Some heat on that one, but just out. And the Mustangs knotted up at 2-all here in the third set. Wasdorp continuing to serve.
Lockway
Great
gets
touch.
the kill.
Leo Lockway, Point Eagles. Number 10, Kenzie Savageau enters for the Eagles and now serving.
Savageau serving. Coulter to Brown. Brown gets the kill easily. Great elevation, clean hit. Not even close to being returned. Wallach to Horner, to Lockway in the middle. Just taps it over. Coulter's able to get there. Popped in the air. Tungsteth gets it over. Great elevation hit in the net, though, unfortunately for the Eagles, as the Mustangs take a 4-3 lead.
They were looking to go cross court on that one. Just catches the top of the tape and sails out of bounds.
Lockway, hard hit. Outside.
One thing, Jackson, that we've seen quite frequently, we've seen some squads kind of hang with Cheyenne for the first couple of sets and make it interesting. And after losing those first two, we've seen some third sets that have gone pretty sideways for opponents pretty quickly. And it's 5-4. It's early here, but we'll see if Davies is able to kind of hold things together a little longer. Even against North and some of the top teams in the EDC, we've seen that final set be pretty lopsided. And we'll see how this one plays out. As
that is a great analysis, Dan, and I think it's due to the fatigue. The Mustangs are just able to wear down teams.
Yeah.
Since they're the ones taking the first couple of sets, the team may have played well against the Mustangs, but they play so hard at.
They do, and I think they're giving their best shot, and they're still coming up just a little bit short. And I think that maybe that starts to sink in a little bit in the back of your mind that we've given them the best we have, and they've handled it. And so now, what do we do?
That's what good teams do. They're able to handle your best pressure. I mean, that just, you know, it shows why the Mustangs are 23-1 and were able to win their first 22 games, something they've never done. I mean, starting out 22-0, nothing wrong with that, and to be 23-1 towards the end of the season, and you're in the driver's seat. To the outside, that's popped up in the air. Terhark hits into the net. So it's close once again here at the beginning of the set, 6-6. We'll see if the Mustangs can pull away or if the Eagles can pull through and get on the board here and make it 2-1. Horner serving. Johnson to Terhark, blocked. But it's going to be out. The Mustangs will get the point. Wallach to Horner, to the outside.
Good job by Johnson covering that ground. A chance for Wasdorf.
Yep, she gets another kill there on the evening. Great serve by Bogenreef, and she gets the ace. A little lob serve on that one.
Great serve by Bogenreef.
Lala couldn't catch up to it. Horner to the outside again.
Handled by Dodds and
That's gonna
put
be a
down
whistle
by
down.
Tungseth.
Violation point Mustangs.
Good serve.
To the outside.
Mackenzie Olsen,
Great dig there.
dig.
By Dodds, and she gets it over as well. Horner taps over. Dodds able to get to it. To Wasdorp. Hard hit there.
Oh,
Dodds stays
great
with it,
job.
and the Mustangs return
They're going
it.
to call that a lift. If they're going to, boy, that looked good. Dodds really 3 consecutive times on the Mustang side of the net. Came up with great athletic plays, great reaction times, but just unfortunately the last one, the officials call a lift on that. As say we're serving for the Eagles.
Johnson to Wasdorp. Lawlick. Too strong on that hit there from Saylor.
Point Mustangs. Mia Engel and Izzy Albrecht. Return for Cheyenne. Mia Engel now serving.
Olsen is blocked. Johnson to Albrecht in the middle. Almost got the kill. Eagles keep it alive. To Terhark. Too strong. It's 11-8.
Leah Lockway returns for Davies. Emma Walsh now serving.
Albrecht
Great
gets the
by
kill.
Albrecht.
No chance of being returned.
Albrecht gets.
Kennedy Coulter and Chloe Brown. In for Cheyenne. Kennedy Coulter now serving.
Sailor to Horner to Lockway. Oh, Engel's
Great
able to stay with
reaction.
it, and Bogenreef can't get it over the net.
Almost a fantastic play by the Mustangs there. Bogenreef just unable to get it back over.
Yeah, Wasdorp jumped. Engel was anticipating it was going to come to her, and Wasdorp jumped in front of her, and then Engel was able to still catch up to it, and then Bogenreef just quite couldn't get enough height onto the ball. Oh, and the Mustangs
Good job.
just keeping it alive. In the middle, blocked.
And that one's going to go out.
Outside the line.
You just don't see many occasions that Cheyenne isn't prepared at the net for anything that an opponent is going to do. And again, with that size, that's got to be frustrating for an opponent that every time you go to the net for a kill, it might be a different player, but they're just as big, just as talented as the group before is. Great
pace
job
the line.
by Chloe Brown using the right hand that time as the set was a little bit outside for her, and across court paints the line, as you said, Jackson, and now 14-9 the Mustangs lead here in the third set. And Wasdorp with the serve.
Saylor keeps it in to Horner. Blocked again. Angle to Coulter to Bogenreef. Popped in the air into the rafters.
Nice job by Davies to keep it alive. And
Albrecht just gives it a little touch. Nice rally. Lockway in the middle. Angle keeps it in the air to Coulter. To Wasdorp. Lawlick with the dig. Coulter. Oh, great move. Got him.
Great rally and the quick touch pass, touch set.
Faked the set and just bumped it over.
That was a really good sequence by both squads there. A lot of girls flying around, good digs, some blocks. Really everything you'd want as the Mustangs extend their lead to 15-9.
Great hustle by Coulter to Bogenreef. Cross court hit. Lockway gets the kill.
Returning for Davies. And now serving.
To the left. Mustangs get the point off of the serving error. 16-10. Cheyenne remains in the driver's seat in this one. Lockway.
Good
Great dig there by Dodds.
I'm not sure who got that one, if that was Bogenreef or Tungset. They were both up there. But the end result is a point for the Mustangs.
Lawlick to Horner.
Saylor.
Oh, great hustle there by Wasdorp. Bogenreef cross court hit. Horner to Coulter. Bogenreef. Another great rally here forming. Bogenreef with the hit. Cross court. And she gets the kill.
Finally one that the Eagles couldn't handle. And now that lead has been opened up to 18-10, Jackson.
Not a lot of quick kills in this one. I mean, the Mustangs may be up 18-10, but they have,
Meant
the
some
Davies
long
has made them
rallies.
earn every point. Hard hit there by Saylor. Lauren trying to judge where that one's going to land. She gets the hit there. Coulter to Kaloran.
And too much to
there
handle.
we go. The sophomore getting the kill there. Third set has been broken wide open here, 19-10. Lockway,
That
too
was
strong.
Go long. Plato in for Tungseth. First action for Blado tonight. Saylor, yeah. Wasdorp there for it once, but not the second time. And Davies finally breaks the momentum that Cheyenne had built, but they are now down 20-11 and 2-0 in sets. They're going to have to make something happen here quickly. As Lockway serves. Good reaction.
A lot of action there around the net. It's hidden into the net.
Saylor
Misjudged.
trying for that touch, but misjudges it, hits it into the net. 21-11, and it's Brooke Johnson time.
Brooke Johnson serving once again down the stretch here, 21-11.
Great dig by Dodds. Good reaction.
To the outside.
Oh, another one by
they keep it
Wadsdorf.
alive. Dodds gets it over. And Saylor gets the
Finally.
kill.
Good sequence there.
Mackenzie also returns for Davies. Haley Horner now serving.
Twenty-one to 12. Johnson,
Great.
great decision.
21 to 12. Johnson. Great decision.
Number 24, Peyton Saxland in for the
Peyton Saxland, the 8th grader, going to see a little time here for the Mustangs. Up 22-12 in set 3.
That's something we haven't seen a whole lot in the last few years.
No.
To have an eighth
Whoa.
grader in the game.
Somehow kept
Yeah.
alive there by Davies. As they will get it over, and opportunity, Brooke Johnson into the net. Now Brooke Johnson on her set just ended up into the net. It was a good set, but the momentum of the first touch by the Mustangs drew her into the net before she was able to make the set. Saylor going to serve for the Eagles as they're down 22-13 here in the third set. Saxland. Horner, great job of digging that out. Saylor gets it over. Quick set by Brooke Johnson, and just a little long by Terhark there.
Johnson to Saxland. Oh, and Peyton Saxland, the 8th grader, gets the kill. 23-14.
Albrecht and Engel in. Engel serving, up 23-14.
Engel to Johnson to Saxland, and oh, Saxon almost got another kill there. Engel, oh, just couldn't react, just went off her body into the stands.
Leah Lockway returns for Davies. Emma Lodge now serving.
This game has lasted just a little over an hour.
Oh,
23-16
serve.
now.
Albrecht unable to handle that one. I'm sorry, that was Kaloran. There she has it.
Yep, gets the dig there. Kaloran to Johnson to Saxland. Saxland's blocked, and Albrecht can't get it back in the air. 23-17. Albrecht, hard hit, it's blocked. Angle to Johnson. And that's
That
too
one's gonna be
strong. So
long.
Davies with a few points here. It's 23-18 now.
I think kind of a younger group, a group that doesn't maybe necessarily play as much together. Langless in now, so Coach Newton going to
She's
let
just a
some of these
freshman.
younger kids kind of figure it out. Say, you know, you're going to have to figure this out at some point. Good opportunity for them right here.
Saxland to Johnson to Albrecht. Great hustle. Eagles keeping it alive here, making the Mustangs earn it down the stretch.
Langless.
Langless too strong. Oh, it is going to be a point for the Mustangs.
Match point now for the Mustangs as Coulter.
Yep, 1 point away from another sweep. That's into the net.
Catches the tape.
So the Eagles remain alive for another point.
Now serving is number 13, Mackenzie Olson.
Saxland. Lalick with the dig there. Olson hits it for the Eagles. Saxland. Saxland getting a lot of looks there on the outside. Another
Almost.
kill. Wow. The Eagles have gotten 7 points here in the last few minutes. 24-20. So they made it closer. Pull off a miracle there here if they can somehow
Squeak out
squeak
this
out
set.
and force a fourth set. It was 23-15.
And there's
Oh,
Chloe
and there
Brown.
it is.
Nope.
Brown.
No.
Oh, never mind.
They're going to say Brown
Oh.
into the net, so 24-21.
Oh, and there it is.
As the fans were everyone was standing up. They were for sure that
They
Brown,
thought
that
it
was
was
a
sure.
kill. Oh my gosh, and that would have been a great way to finish off the night, but the Eagles stay alive for another point, 24-21. Coulter to Albrecht, and Albrecht
That
finishes
one
it
is
off,
done.
and there it is. The Mustangs get the sweep. Another win for the Mustangs.
And Albrecht
Davies
finishes.
24-1. Davies drops to 13-11. And overall, that was kind of, I would say, a great sweep. I mean, the Eagles played the Mustangs tough. They made them earn every point tonight, and it was 25-15, 25-19, 25-21. And, the Eagles made a run there down the stretch.
They did, and take nothing away from the Eagles. They did a great job, but kind of an interesting mix of players that we haven't seen play a lot together so far this year, Jackson. But I think you get Saxland and Langless and Kaloran and some of those kids out there that maybe haven't played a lot together in terms of a varsity setting. And Coach Newton, I think, kudos to her for just letting them figure things out. And they were able to do that. So, even still, that wasn't a runaway set. It looked like it was going to be for a little bit, but Davies hung in there. And then Coach Newton rotated some different people, some different personnel in. And you said it, Jackson, though, it's still a great sweep. That big match on Thursday looming against Fargo South. Just a 1 point match. This will be the second time they've played this year, but certainly Cheyenne looking good as we're getting closer to the end of that season, as we start worrying about seedings for the EDC tournament and those sorts of things.
Yeah, hopefully the West Fargo Cheyenne can just somehow, hopefully they peak at the right time. You don't want to peak in the middle of the season. You want to peak at the end of the year.
Always play your best at the end of the year if at all possible.
In the past couple of years, it seems that they haven't played their best when it came to the postseason. Last year and the year before, the COVID year, 2020, they had great regular seasons. But, when it came to the postseason, they just couldn't make a dominating run. And, hopefully the Mustangs this year can just reverse that and hopefully have a great postseason run in both the EDC tournament and in the state tournament, because it's likely they're going to punch their ticket if they play well. You never know, but right now the way they're playing, it looks like they'll make a state tournament appearance. We'll find out, but hopefully the Mustangs, more importantly, can do something they've never done, and that is to reach the state championship. That's something they haven't done yet.
Yeah.
I mean, a few years ago they took 3rd place back in 2019, but that's the best they've done.
You're right, Jackson, and probably, step one is trying to achieve that regular season EDC championship, and step 2, hopefully winning the EDC tournament championship, and then step 3, get to that championship game and give yourself that chance to bring home a state title. So great job tonight by the Mustangs. Davies, a young group, really I think a lot of good things that we saw from them. Very scrappy defensively, but again, the size of Sheyenne, as you pointed out, Jackson, just kind of wears you down.
Yep, I mean, it was just I would say that was a very good victory, and I don't think Davies needs to, hang their heads over that. I thought they made the Mustangs earn every point tonight, despite getting swept. Sometimes if you get swept, it just doesn't feel like it though. Like,
right.
If I was a player for the Eagles, I'd say, man, we may have gotten swept tonight, but it certainly did not feel that way, and we did the best we could.
Yeah, I think it works both directions. You can sometimes have a victory and not feel like you played well, and you can have a loss, even a sweep, and feel like you played really well, and you don't feel like it was that bad of a situation. I would think that's how it should be for Fargo Davies tonight.
That's going to do it for tonight's matchup. Mustangs get the sweep. Again, congratulations to Kaylee Wasdorp on achieving 1,000 career digs. Great milestone for her to achieve. She was an all-state outside hitter and all-conference outside hitter last year and will likely be again this year. Mustangs improved to 24-1, and they just continue their dominating 2022 regular season. So, for Jackson Miller,
I'm Dan Wolf.
We'll see you guys next time here on Mustang Media here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our social media pages. We'll see you next time.